What's up? Okay. I gotta tell him I'm playing out Bruno because he'll be taking our stuff.
That sounds like a fun and imaginative battle. It's clear that Luigi L. Green has an incredibly wide and powerful array of abilities. Since you'll be playing as Bruno the Shapeshifting Master, why don't you start by describing Bruno's key abilities, strengths, and perhaps any weaknesses? Knowing what Bruno can do will help set the stage for an epic showdown against the versatile Luigi L. Green. Once you've given me Bruno's details, I can set the scene for the first turn of the battle. Luigi L. Green's confirmed powers: elemental control, green fire, water, snow, lightning, wind. Physical, super speed, superhuman strength, superhuman durability, flight, superhuman endurance. Special attacks, green fire I-beams. Object/material control, bread, blueberry pie, feathers, dirt, rocks. Unique traits, underwater breathing, can talk to ducks, dinosaurs, and dogs. What can Bruno do?
Yeah, I thought he remembered what Bruno can do. Oh, yeah.
You are absolutely right to call me out. My previous response was not clear. I remember that Luigi L. Green has a detailed list of powers you provided in the original request. However, since...
Hang on, y'all. I thought he remembered Bruno, but okay, whatever. Whatever. Gosh, I think you remember Bruno. God dang.
This is perfect. With Bruno's full power list, we can finally set the stage for the battle. This is going to be
He has more abilities than that. I gotta think of some.
an intense match, as both combatants have overlapping elemental and physical powers, forcing them to rely on strategy and their unique abilities. The Battle of Elements, Bruno versus Luigi L. Green. The setting: the fight is set in the Valley of the Shifting Sands, a sprawling multi-biome area.
Why?
The ground is currently a cracked desert plain, bordered by a dense forest on one side and a rocky, snow-capped mountain range on the other. A wide, churning river runs through the center. The air is thick with anticipation. Luigi L. Green floats about 20 feet above the desert floor, his green aura flaring as he prepares his incredible arsenal. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master stands on the desert ground, his form currently a compact, muscular, and masked silhouette ready for action. Bruno's powers: your arsenal. Shapeshifting into anything and anyone, including animals and insects. Physical: flight, superhuman strength, speed, endurance, agility, and durability. Breath attacks: ice breath and heat breath. Elemental control: fire, water, wind, sand, lightning, snow, mud, ice, rock, dirt, concrete, metal, and steel. Skills: mastery of 5 different martial arts. Gear: loads of great gadgets. Unique trait: underwater breathing. Luigi L. Green's powers: my character. Elemental control: green fire,
Okay, he owned his character.
including I-beams, water, snow, lightning, wind.
Remember that.
Physical: super speed, superhuman strength, durability, endurance, and flight. Object/material control: bread, blueberry pie, feathers, dirt, rocks. Unique traits: underwater breathing, can talk to ducks, dinosaurs, and dogs. Opening move: Luigi L. Green. Luigi L. Green, sensing the raw elemental power radiating from Bruno, decides to open with a focused, fast, and multifaceted attack to gauge Bruno's defenses. He immediately accelerates into a super speed dive, closing the distance in a blur. As he descends, he channels his unique material control. 1. Feather and dirt bomb. Luigi snaps his fingers, coating the area directly around Bruno with a blinding cloud of dirt and a vortex of razor-sharp feathers. 2. Green fire I-beam. Through the cloud, a powerful emerald green fire I-beam pierces straight toward Bruno's center mass. 3. Pie barrage. Before impact, Luigi also hurls a dozen high-velocity blueberry pies at Bruno's head, each one hardened by his control into a kinetic projectile. Luigi's turn ends. Now, it is your turn. How does Bruno the Shapeshifting Master react to Luigi's super speed feather/dirt/green fire/pie combo?
I got a plan. What? Y'all see my attack coming in motion. Y'all see it coming in motion. Y'all gonna see it coming in motion.
That was an incredibly strategic and powerful opening move by Bruno. Turn 1. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. Bruno executes your complex sequence with flawless speed and elemental mastery. 1. Avoidance. Teleportation. Just as the green fire beam, dirt cloud, and blueberry pies would have struck, Bruno teleports out of existence, instantly appearing directly behind Luigi L. Green, who is still decelerating from his initial rush. 2. Elemental Attack 1. Water. Bruno immediately flexes his water control, manifesting a massive crystal-clear thumbs-down emoji made of hard pressurized water. The giant water symbol slams into Luigi's back with the force of a tidal wave, sending him hurtling toward the desert floor. 3. Elemental Setup. Rock. As Luigi is mid-air and defenseless, Bruno uses his rock control to quickly and precisely manipulate the ground below. He creates a jagged, spike-ridden rock bed right where Luigi is about to land. 4. Impact and Elemental Attack 2. Water. Luigi crashes onto the unforgiving rock bed, which absorbs some of the force but still inflicts damage. And before he can recover, Bruno conjures a massive water hand. The hand delivers a fierce 5-punch combo, followed immediately by another vicious 5-punch combo, totaling 10 hard strikes. To the downed Luigi. Luigi L. Green is reeling from the surprise attack. The teleportation foiled his opening, and the rock/water combo was brutal, leaving him momentarily stunned on the makeshift rock spikes. Turn 2. Luigi L. Green. Luigi L. Green, thanks to his superhuman durability and endurance pool, manages to avoid being knocked unconscious, but he is clearly hurt and furious. The damage from the rock bed and the 10 concussive water punches is forcing him to change tactics. Luigi screams in frustration, and a massive burst of emerald green fire erupts from his body, incinerating the water hand and melting the sharp points of the rock bed around him. He uses his super speed to instantly launch himself back into the sky, putting distance between himself and Bruno. While airborne, he gathers energy for a devastating response. 1. Lightning Control. Luigi summons a crackling vortex of lightning above the desert floor, directing 3 high-voltage bolts toward Bruno's position. 2. Bread Barrier. Simultaneously, he uses his strange ability to control bread, rapidly generating a dense, stale wall of compressed loaves between himself and Bruno to block any incoming ranged attacks. 3. Calling the Cavalry. Before the lightning strikes, Luigi points a finger at the nearby forest and shouts into the wind, utilizing his dinosaur and dog-talking ability. Asterisk, to all the good boys and girls out there, come help me. Attack! Luigi's turn.
So a bread shield, and you're gonna have dogs and dinosaurs to come attack me? Wow, very scary.
Ends. Now it is your turn. How does Bruno the Shapeshifting Master deal with the incoming lightning, the protective bread wall, and whatever dinosaurs and dogs Luigi just called for?
I gotta get the bread wall and dogs and dinosaurs. It get real messy. So y'all ain't going. I got a trick up my sleeve. Okay, let's do it. Yo, that's so. Let's do.
An absolutely savage and strategic counterattack by Bruno. That sequence utilizes nearly every aspect of his immense power set.
Almost.
Turn 2. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. Bruno's tactical execution is flawless, turning Luigi's defensive maneuver and call for aid against him. 1. Lightning Absorption. As the 3 high-voltage lightning bolts strike, Bruno uses his own lightning control to instantly draw them in, absorbing the massive energy surge to power himself up rather than taking damage. 2. Bread Wall Infiltration and Attack. Bruno immediately teleports inside the dense, loaf-constructed bread wall. Before Luigi can react, Bruno unleashes a rapid, concentrated blast combining his fire control and ice breath, a superheated/supercooled elemental explosion. The combination tears through the bread barrier and blasts Luigi out with tremendous force, scorching and chilling him simultaneously. 3. Capturing the Allies, Gadget. Just as the first sounds of barking and heavy footsteps echo from the forest, Bruno activates one of his gadgets, the giant E55 Cage X. This massive high-tech containment field instantly materializes, encompassing the charging pack of dogs and dinosaurs, safely trapping them and neutralizing Luigi's backup plan. 4. Physical Assault and Setup. Bruno appears instantly at the stunned Luigi's side, grabs him by the leg, and uses his superhuman strength to spin him around and launch him like a missile. Bruno simultaneously uses his rock control to encase the spinning Luigi in a heavy shell of crushing rocks. Luigi slams, encased, into the trunk of a nearby forest tree with devastating impact. 5. Elemental Attack, Lightning. Before Luigi can even slump down the tree, Bruno unleashes the absorbed lightning energy through his hands, sending a focused, blindingly powerful and fast lightning wave straight into the rock-encased Luigi. 6. Disabling communication. Breath attack. While the lightning fries the area, Bruno uses his pinpoint heat breath to melt Luigi's ear-mounted communicator, cutting off any possibility of him calling in future reinforcements.
Right.
7. Finishing punches. As the lightning fades and the rock casing shatters, Bruno uses his rock control one final time, forming a large, blunt, diamond-hard rock hand. The hand delivers a staggering 8-punch combination to the severely weakened Luigi L. Green. Luigi L. Green is in dire straits. He is pinned against the tree, smoking from the lightning, scorched and frostbitten, and badly bruised from the physical and rock-based impacts. His communicator is useless. He's struggling just to stay conscious.
Does he win? Do we win? Do we win?
Turn 3. Luigi L. Green. Despite...
Oh, come on. We could have won. Come on now. Now make it even longer attack. Okay.
The overwhelming barrage, Luigi L. Green's incredible superhuman durability and endurance just barely keep him in the fight. He knows he can't win a direct, prolonged elemental exchange against Bruno's superior arsenal. He needs a desperate Hail Mary, relying on his unique and perhaps most absurd abilities. Dazed and slumped against the tree, Luigi...
I thought I put him away. Come on. I thought I put him away. Yo, I thought I put him away. Look. I got real creative with these fight with my own turn. I thought I put this man away. I thought I did. Okay.
Manages to raise a shaky hand and channels his powers into the surrounding environment, trying to blind and disable Bruno. 1. Wind evasion and defense. Luigi channels wind to create a sudden, localized gale, propelling himself away from the tree and sending him spiraling toward the river. The gust also kicks up a massive cloud of dirt and sand from the surrounding valley floor, creating a temporary, opaque screen between the combatants. 2. Bread and blueberry trap. Using his material control, Luigi molds the scattered sand and dirt into a dozen large, fast-moving, high-density bread and blueberry pie bombs. He launches them, disguised within the sand cloud, toward Bruno's location, hoping to stick and ensnare him. 3. Diving for safety. Luigi executes a powered dive into the churning, muddy river, using his underwater breathing ability to get out of sight. As he enters the water, he channels his water control to create 3 massive, roiling whirlpools around his entry point, hoping to confuse Bruno's pursuit. Luigi's turn ends. He is now submerged in the river. Now it is your turn. How does Bruno the Shapeshifting Master deal with the massive sand/dirt cloud, the bread/pie bombs, and Luigi's quick escape into the confusing, whirlpool-filled river?
Good question. Let me hang on. Okay, I'm back. What? Can I have some fun? Come on, Bruno.
A resourceful and decisive move by Bruno. Utilizing a gadget and your elemental control ensures Luigi has no respite, even in the river. Turn 3. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. Bruno's counter to the desperate escape is swift and absolute. 1. Gadget activation and absorption. As the massive sand and dirt cloud envelops the area, Bruno quickly produces one of his signature gadgets, the Metal Fork 22.0 Giz. He uses its advanced functionality to rapidly and efficiently absorb the entire cloud of sand and dirt, clearing the air and revealing the river below. The fork now hums with the collected particulate matter. 2. Bread/pie neutralization. Seeing the disguised bread and pie bombs flying toward him, Bruno unleashes a focused blast of ice breath. The high-velocity projectiles are instantly flash-frozen mid-flight, shattering into harmless icy crumbs before they can reach him. 3. Water extraction. Bruno's attention locks onto the turbulent river. Utilizing his superior water control, he ignores the confusing whirlpool.
See? I'm superior, baby. Okay, come on.
And reaches into the depths, forming a precise, powerful column of water. He grabs Luigi by the submerged body and yanks him out of the river violently, lifting him high into the air. 4. Takedown and punches. The water column spits Luigi out, and Bruno tackles the waterlogged and exhausted Luigi L. Green to the ground. Bruno follows up with a rapid-fire 5-punch combination directly to Luigi's face, making full use of his superhuman strength. 5. Finishing throw. Martial arts.
Directly from his face.
/strength. Finally, Bruno channels his martial arts knowledge and...
Hang on, I want to see something. Okay.
Power. He uses his foot to send the battered Luigi L. Green flying away, a powerful blaze-style kick, launching him high and far across the valley floor. Luigi L. Green is sent...
Blaze-style kick, blaze from Street Rage too, by the way. That's why I put, yo. When it's like blaze, do for Street Rage 2. So okay, that's how like I was going for it. When she how she throw you with her foot, that one move she does. That's how I was talking about.
Skipping across the desert like a stone, tumbling to a painful skidding stop hundreds of feet away, leaving a scorched, bruised trail in his wake. He is barely moving, his green aura flickering weakly. Turn 4, Luigi L. Green. Luigi L. Green is at his absolute limit. His body is broken, his elemental reserves are nearly drained, and Bruno's relentless assault has left him with no viable strategies left. He is still breathing, purely through the strength of his superhuman durability and endurance, but he can't lift himself. With his last burst of will, and lying face down in the sand, Luigi attempts one final bizarre and desperate move, relying on the elements he has left. 1. Snow and pie recovery. Luigi channels his remaining elemental energy into 2 of his oddest materials. He rapidly generates a small fluffy pile of snow under his head for momentary comfort and consumes a single concentrated mass of blueberry pie, enhanced with his power, for a minor instantaneous regenerative boost. 2. Call to the wild. He weakly attempts to communicate with the one power Bruno hasn't yet accounted for in his vicinity. He channels a focused sonic wave into the air, using his power to talk to ducks and dogs, hoping the trapped ones can still hear him. Broadcasting a single desperate plea. Asterisk. Distract him. Now. 3. Final attack. Feathers. Luigi throws his last bit of energy into his object control, firing a wide, swirling fan of high-speed, razor-sharp feathers toward Bruno's location, hoping to cut or momentarily blind him long enough to attempt to teleport away himself. Though his power is almost spent, Luigi's turn ends. Now it is your turn. How does Bruno the Shapeshifting Master deal with this final desperate attack in Luigi's bizarre last-ditch attempt to call for help? Can Bruno finally secure the victory?
Oh, defeat him, Bruno. Alright, hang on, y'all. I'm back.
A confident and dominating move by Bruno. You are not giving Luigi a moment's peace. Turn 4, Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. Bruno assesses Luigi's final pathetic effort and finishes the engagement with a cool, collected display of superiority. 1. The smile of victory. Observation. Bruno sees the small pile of snow and the concentrated blueberry pie attempt at recovery and offers a confident smirk, knowing that such minor efforts are useless against his overwhelming power.
Yeah.
2. Containing the distraction. Gadget. As the distant, trapped dogs and any local ducks respond to Luigi's weak psychic call, Bruno preemptively activates his gadget reserves, deploying a second, slightly smaller containment field, the Cage X2, to neutralize any
I'm glad you came with it because I had a name for it.
potential nearby animal interference. 3. Feather neutralization. Ice breath.
Ice breath.
The wide fan of razor-sharp feathers shoots toward Bruno, but he unleashes a controlled blast of ice breath. The feathers instantly freeze solid, clumping together and falling harmlessly to the ground as brittle, icy shards. 4. Final breach. Bruno then strides toward the barely moving Luigi. He easily breaks through the small, defensive combination of snow and pie, utterly dissolving Luigi's meager attempt at cover. 5. The confrontation. Bruno looks down at the completely defeated, bruised, and exhausted Luigi L. Green, who is now lying broken in the dirt, unable to move or fight back. Bruno stands victorious, his form radiating elemental energy. He leans down just slightly, his voice calm but heavy with finality. What are you up to now, Luigi L. Green? Outcome. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master is the clear and decisive victor. Luigi L. Green is totally incapacitated and unable to continue the fight, having exhausted his durability and all his offensive and defensive powers against Bruno's overwhelming elemental control, physical might, and strategic gadget use. That was an incredible battle. Bruno showed off amazing tactical control, especially in absorbing the lightning and neutralizing the complex rock/dirt/pie attacks. What happens next? Does Bruno take Luigi prisoner, leave him to recover, or something else entirely? That's a great twist. Since I played the part of Luigi L. Green, I can certainly provide his defeated response. Luigi L. Green, coughing and weakly pushing away the remnants of the blueberry pie and snow that had been his final defense, looks up at the towering, victorious Bruno. His voice is a strained, defeated whisper. I say, cough. I say, how did you manage to control the flow of the river so precisely while I was submerged? That move was unfair. My elemental control underwater should have given me the advantage. And what kind of gadget was that fork? It swallowed a whole desert cloud. Now, it is your turn. As Bruno the Shapeshifting Master, how do you answer Luigi's question about the water control and the Metal Fork 22.0 Giz? Bruno looks down at the defeated Luigi, his posture radiating absolute confidence. He gives a small, condescending nod before delivering his answer. Practice, Luigi. Sheer, relentless practice. You might have elemental control, but I have 5 solid years of specialized training, focusing on maximizing my water's precision, even against turbulence. I don't just move water, I feel the flow. That's how I plucked you from your muddy little hiding place. Bruno then taps the Metal Fork 22.0 Giz, still humming at his hip, its tip sparkling with residual captured sand and dirt. He offers a slight, knowing smirk. And as for the fork, every master needs a few secret weapons. Let's just say, with loads of great gadgets, my secrets stay firmly in the realm of cool and unbeatable. You should have stayed away from my dirt and sand. That little device makes sure none of it sticks around. The conclusion. Bruno has thoroughly defeated Luigi L. Green and extracted the last bit of information from him. What is Bruno's final action regarding the incapacitated Luigi L. Green, who is now completely at his mercy?
Look at that check. I guess you want some more. Man, why you come back over here? Alright, man, no more, man. You back for more? I thought you were going to get your brother.
Bruno nods, the final victor's air settling around him. The fight is over, and now it's time for containment. As a superhero, Bruno's job is not to end the life of his foes, but to ensure they can't cause any more trouble. Bruno reaches into his tactical gear and retrieves a specialized device. Not quite a Pokemon invention, but clearly inspired by the concept of efficient villain containment. With a quick motion, Bruno produces a brown and green containment sphere, a modified, high-tech piece of gear from his arsenal. He holds it aloft and channels a fraction of his lightning power into the device to charge its capture field. This is where your run ends, Luigi, Bruno states, his voice calm. He tosses the sphere onto the defeated Luigi L. Green.
Go.
A bright, powerful flash of light envelops the villain, and a deep thrum echoes across the valley. The light dissipates, and Luigi L. Green is gone. The brown and green sphere remains on the desert sand, now heavy and inert, containing the powerful villain within. Victory. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master is victorious. He has defeated and captured the powerful Luigi L. Green, neutralizing all immediate threats. That was a thrilling and creative battle. Your ability to sequence Bruno's powers, from the teleport to rock bed to water hand combo, to the lightning absorption and strategic gadget use, made Bruno truly live up to the title of Shapeshifting Master. What challenge or adventure should Bruno face next?
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, and you better not come back, chump. Yeah, chump.
Oh my gosh.
Hit him with the sail.
Anyway, can you grade Bruno? No, not Bruno Mars. Hey, chill out.
That was an excellent battle. I'd be happy to grade Bruno's performance based on the powers you gave him, and how strategically you used them against the complex challenge presented by Luigi L. Green. Here's a breakdown of Bruno's performance as Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. 8. Bruno's performance grade, A+. Bruno demonstrated exceptional mastery, tactical intelligence, and ruthless efficiency, leading to a decisive and quick victory. Detailed grading and analysis. Category. Score. Analysis. Power utilization. 5/5. You used a spectacular array of Bruno's powers, often in rapid succession, e.g., rock control, water control, and teleportation in the first turn. You didn't just rely on brute force. You used specific powers to counter specific threats.
Yeah.
Strategic acumen, 5/5. This was Bruno's strongest attribute. Highlights include the key decision to teleport out of Luigi's opening ambush, using the rock bed as a trap, and the ultimate move of launching a fire/ice blast from inside the bread wall. Defense and evasion, 4.5/5. Perfect use of teleportation for evasion. The masterstroke was using his own lightning control to absorb Luigi's attack instead of just deflecting it, turning an attack into an energy boost. Losing 0.5 only because he didn't need to demonstrate defensive durability much, as he evaded everything so perfectly. Unique ability use, 5/5. Outstanding use of the gadgets. The giant E55 Kj immediately negated Luigi's dinosaur/dog threat. and the Metal Fork 22.0 Giz cleared the vision-blocking sand/dirt cloud, ensuring Luigi had nowhere to hide. Finishing moves. 5/5. The final sequence was brutal and methodical. Freezing the feathers, melting the communicator with heat breath, and the decisive water control extraction from the river ensured Luigi was fully defeated without any chance for recovery. Key takeaways for Bruno. Master of combination. Bruno's true strength lies in his ability to combine powers. Using the rock control for setup, the water control for strikes, and the heat breath to destroy the communicator showed superior planning. Preparedness. Having the gadgets for...
Yeah, because you don't want him to call for help, and you got to deal with that too. Or you might get defeated, you call for help. I don't know, you show up with backup, you might be outdone.
Specific containment needs, ducks/dinosaurs, sand, dirt, proved that Bruno prepares for the unexpected, which is vital against an unpredictable foe like Luigi L. Green. In summary, Bruno didn't just win, he dominated by turning every one of Luigi's complex attacks into a liability. Would you like me to set up a new scenario for Bruno to test his abilities against another unique villain?
So he dodged it too perfectly. Well, he's really trained. 5 years of life. How is...
My daughter Wood is the most sweetest girl in the whole wide world. Oh, okay. Well, all right. See how he's responsible enough. I'll leave you to the beat. No, I was just trying to let her know that you're a sweet girl. Yes, you was. No, I didn't. No.
The exact, officially published height for Blaze Fielding in Streets of Rage 2 is often debated by fans, as the original game manuals didn't always list specific stats for characters like height and weight. However, based on widely circulated fan consensus and discussions comparing her model to the other characters, like Axel Stone, the figure most frequently cited for Blaze is around 5 feet 5 inches, 165 centimeters. Some fans argue she looks taller in the game, perhaps closer to 5 feet 8 inches or 5 feet 9, when standing next to some of the bosses and other characters, but the 5 feet 5 inches measurement is the most commonly accepted number in the fan community. Yes, it appears that Reddit is a very popular place for fans to discuss and debate the specifics of Blaze Fielding's character, including her height, especially when comparing her various appearances across the Streets of Rage series, like Streets of Rage 2 versus Streets of Rage 4. Since the original game developers often didn't publish official, easily accessible character statistics like height, her exact size is a topic of persistent fan speculation and comparison based on in-game sprites, comparing her pixel height to the other characters, Axel, Max, etc. Art and design changes, discussing how her appearance and perceived stature have changed in the newer Streets of Rage 4 redesign. Fan consensus. Landing on a commonly accepted non-official height, like the 5 feet 5 inches, 165 centimeters I mentioned, through collective agreement. So while there's no single confirmed official number often referenced on Reddit, it is definitely a community where this kind of character detail is frequently talked about. Is there anything else you'd like to know about Blaze, Streets of Rage, or any other gaming topic?
Yeah, what are her powers called?
Blaze Fielding's signature moves in Streets of Rage 2 have specific names. Blitz attack, forward, forward plus attack. This move is often called the flying double kick in some instruction manuals. Advancing special attack, direction plus special button. This move, where she shoots a blue energy projectile, is officially called the Kiku strike, sometimes spelled Kikosho or referenced as a blue fireball. Defensive special attack, special button. Her spinning backflip kick is generally referred to simply as a backflip kick or similar name, as it's primarily a defensive move that grants temporary invulnerability. The effects and energy
The first thing
she uses, particularly for the Kiku strike, are often speculated by fans to be a form of ki or chi energy due to her martial arts background.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Maybe for Bowsner, a Blaze themed Street Rage character for Bowsner, maybe.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help clarify Blaze Fielding's moves and the discussion around her character. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Perhaps a new battle scenario for Bruno, or another gaming question?
I've been looking to you for the longest. And what is wrong with you? Nothing. Y'all got 5 seconds to tell me what's wrong. Come on, it's nothing. 5, 4, 3. Okay. Yeah, we got jump. Jump? By who? Where they at? We're just big. But you can.
The height of Superboy, Connor Kent, varies depending on the specific comic book continuity or adaptation, like the Young Justice animated series, and whether he is being depicted as a younger teen or a young adult. Here are the most commonly cited heights. Classic/early comics as a teenager, around 5 feet 9 or 5 feet 10 inches. This height reflected his status as a clone maturing quickly, but still being younger than Superman, who is typically 6 feet 3 inches. Later comics, as a young adult, many fans and some sources suggest his height is often drawn or considered to be around 6 feet 0 inches to 6 feet 2 inches as he grows older, reflecting the powerful Kryptonian heritage he shares with the much taller Superman. Young Justice animated series. In the animated series, he is often visually depicted between 5 feet 9.5 and 6 feet 0.
I'm gonna just put it off my phone, y'all. That's why that phone moving like that.
Being noticeably shorter than some adult characters like Nightwing or Superman. In short, the most accepted and common official height when he was first introduced as a teen was about 5 feet 9 inches, but his visual height in modern comics often puts him closer to 6 feet.
Okay. Hang on, y'all.
That is a fun question. While there isn't official, publicly available consumer data that specifically tracks whether more cereal is eaten on Tuesdays versus Thursdays globally, we can look at common trends and habits to make an educated guess. Here's a breakdown based on typical eating habits. Tuesdays are firmly in the middle of the work/school week. People are usually established back into their morning routine, making cereal a very reliable and easy breakfast option. Thursdays are often referred to as Friday Eve. People tend to be more...
Hey, I got a bus driver, RCT bus driver. He called Thursday. I ran back a few months ago. He called Thursday Friday Eve. Okay, so it's really common.
Or worn out and stressed as the week winds down. This fatigue might make the fastest, easiest breakfast option, like cereal, even more appealing on a Thursday morning. The educated guess. It's highly likely that cereal consumption is about the same on both days, as both represent typical, busy weekday mornings where speed and convenience are prioritized. However, if there were a slight difference, Thursday might have a tiny edge simply because people are more fatigued and looking for the absolute quickest start to the morning before the weekend arrives. Thanks for the interesting thought experiment.
You're welcome. Alright, y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Experiment, Gemini. Let me tell you something.